Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sakura as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sakura, and we are Talking Beards.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody in Talking Beards world? And Sean Murphy, your face is a picture. That was like the first comment that popped up. He put, "Where's the picture?" And so,
what picture?
I don't know. His face is a picture. That was my answer. And then Andrew's talking about avocados instead of peaches. What the heck is going on tonight? I don't know. It's craziness. So I'm Aaron D. Johnston, and tonight on Talking Beards, this is going to be episode number 178 of the live show. This is going to be episode number 256 of the podcast. Look at that. We knew both numbers. That's pretty exciting. But yeah, we'll have Justin Vorhauer on the show here momentarily. He'll talk all about the Northern California Mustache and Beard competition, not to be confused with the beard and mustache competition, because that's old stuff. It's all about the mustaches and beards now. Go ahead, Scott.
Out with the old, in with the new. This is what we need to do to change.
That's it. Yeah.
Got to get people like more excited about things. So, if you mix it up a little bit, just like I always say, why isn't it such and such and such and such instead of this or that? This is a perfect.
You ever thought about why it's not that or this?
That's exactly my point.
See, exactly.
And that's what I call a sticky situation.
It is covered with ice cream.
It is. Hello, everyone. I'm Scott Sakura. Please go check us out over at talkingbeards.com. That's where you can find out all the information about the show, from the stuff about the podcast, videos, what's going on. I mean, that's where it's all at.
It's all there. Everything that you need to know is at talkingbeards.com.
And that is what she said, Aaron.
That is what she said. Oh, so usually I'm pretty gassy before the show, and I get all the gassiness out before the show, and it's Scott's favorite part. And
my God,
not tonight, dude. I've got burps on deck for days. This is not going to go well.
Marty wants to know what's going on, Scott and Aaron. Did you see that? See how they're starting to do that now? Instead of Aaron and Scott, they're doing Scott and Aaron.
It's always been Scott and Aaron.
Oh.
So,
hey, Monte.
You change it up to Aaron and Scott.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, what have you been up? Oh, say I hit you up as soon as you take a drink of your tea. So Summer brings up a really good point here. We should really highlight
snowstorms.
What Summer is really trying to. She's really getting to the point. She's not even beating around the bush. Summer straight up just said, you know what I mean? And that's. Thank you, Summer, for that. That really kind of touched my heart and really got me in my feels, really. So, Scott, what have you been up to since last we saw you on this?
Oh my God. Well, I keep making my treks to San Antonio. I feel like another one today. I feel like I pretty much live in San Antonio at this point. But yeah, no, just since I was on the show last, I've done. What have I done? A lot of lift work. I was running lots of big lifts the past week.
You worked, and did you swim?
I
haven't gotten no nudie pictures from you this week, so I'm assuming you didn't swim.
I've been kind of getting home a little late. It's only Tuesday. Jeez, my God. Literally
Talking Beards comes out every Tuesday.
Yeah, at 8 p.m. And you can probably see it at talkingbeards.com or on all the social media such as Facebook, YouTube.
We're on Twitch,
Twitter.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, but this weekend I worked and that was it.
That's it. Pretty much you
I
were.
I really have nothing super awesome to report. Really just it was a very quiet weekend, didn't do much. Work has just been kind of all consuming, and I'm just looking forward to this weekend and to have a couple days off. We are going to see Leon Bridges this weekend.
Boy, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Is he
No
related
relation to Jeff. No.
What about Nash?
No.
Oh.
Not even London.
Huh. Not even London. That's weird. There's all kinds of bridges he could be related
His
to.
cousin London, but he fell down.
He fell down. We went to St. Louis this last weekend. That was pretty exciting.
St. Louis?
St. Louis, yeah. So we went to St. Louis and then we got home Sunday night. And I don't know. I don't even know what we did in between. We did something. I was at home for a couple days. That was pretty good.
You had to stop and pee at one point because you
did
know about that.
I did. I stopped and peed and told you about it. But tomorrow, very, very, very first thing in the morning, we will start our trip to get to this.
My gosh, you're driving all the way across the country.
All the way to Spokane Valley, Washington for the August 6th event. Beards on the Rocks. I don't even know what number this is. That's what I was looking for. Beards on the Rocks 4. That's it. So we'll be going to Spokane Valley, and then from there we'll go to Sacramento. So we've got a long road ahead of us because
T-Head, what's up?
Next Sunday when we leave Sacramento, we have to be back in Atlanta by Tuesday night.
Why? Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Why? What is going on?
Well, that's the first doctor's appointment for Natalie. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I was going to bring it for it.
I'm looking for it.
Where is it? Did we delete it?
I didn't delete it.
Well, anyway, that's the Natalie update. So what's the date? So the 13th. So the 16th we'll be getting to Atlanta late, and then she has a doctor's appointment at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. So not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, I will most likely not be on Talking Beards, and I will be in a hospital room with Natalie getting ready for that. And she'll be super pumped. She loves doctor's appointments and getting poked and prodded, and she loves it. She lives for it. It's her favorite pastime, I think, as much as she does it. Go ahead.
Here we go. Here's a fun story. I don't mean to interrupt yours, but speaking of getting poked and prodded, so I got electroshocked today, therapy. So we at work, they had one of the guys that works there, he brought his machine in, and we filled a big 5-gallon bucket of water up, and you drop this one thing, a pad in there, and then we stuck a pad to my arm, and then we stick my hand in the water.
Stuck your hand in the water?
And then he just slowly turns it up, and you can feel the electricity like sparking like on your fingers.
I don't think you're supposed to like put it in water.
Yeah, that's how you have to connect it. And so then it just, as he kept turning it up, I could start feeling it going like deeper and like.
And then you couldn't move your hand at all afterwards.
No, I can move it, but you have to keep moving it until like the sensation stops going, and then they turn it up more to start. Yeah. So I had some hand news, but I mean,
that's pretty good.
They're still super tight. So we're just trying some. There we go. Grab an electric fence. Shut up, Andrew.
So speaking of Natalie, the Craft Whisker Club, will be putting on a ultimate mustache battle. Oh my gosh, what was the date, Natalie? September 5th. Andrew added the Craft Whisker Club PayPal on there. So if you want to donate money, just include wigs for kids. They'll be putting on a mustache battle that Monday, and they're going to be raising money for charity. So you should watch it. It's going to be super fun and exciting.
Did you see what Rob Dean wrote in there?
Oh, there's Rob Dean. What's up, Rob Dean? So this dude has a super nice red beard. I met him in St. Louis, and he is one of the most hype individuals I've probably ever met in my entire life. He was a pleasure to hang out with. He was, like I said, extremely hype the whole time.
This is good. So he really likes the Honest Amish products.
Well, good. I'm glad you like it, man. Yeah, we had a really good conversation. Me, him, and I believe his cousin. His cousin's a barber. Had a super amazing little black beard. He won his category. Rob got second in his.
It was a good time. In his beard,
huh?
Soup in his beard.
Yeah, he had soup in his beard. Isn't that weird? No one's doing that.
No, but that's the new thing too. I mean, putting mustache in front of beard, soups and beard.
Soups and beards.
Jeez.
Oh, we got some breaking news, kinda.
I'm waiting.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh, look how good we look.
So Aaron D. Johnston and Scott C. Sikora are going to be emceeing the Central Texas Beard and Mustache Club event.
October
that got
6th.
Announced today. We're going to be doing that together.
This is our first time doing it together. It's going to be pretty either breathtaking or earth-shattering.
It could be both.
And people are going to fall over because they're not going to get enough oxygen to their brain.
Well, if you want to pass out, and because it's just going to be the most amazing time, go to Nolanville, Texas. There we go. October 8th. And come check it out.
I'm going to be there. Aaron's going to be there. You could be there too.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time.
What else do we got going on, Scott Sikora?
Well, I mean, since your buddy here that you were talking about, Rob Dean, he was talking about some Honest Amish stuff.
Oh, well, since Rob Dean is talking about Honest Amish stuff, did you know that if you go to honestamish.com, you can use promo code Talking Beards, you can save 15% off your order?
I did not know that.
You know what else you can do at talkingbeards.com?
My mom?
Maybe. If you order over $35, you will get free shipping as well.
When did you guys start doing this? This feels like this is the first time I've heard all of this.
I think it was like 3 weeks ago. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Jeez.
Brand new stuff.
Brand cutting edge. That was breaking news. Talking Beards is the promo code at honestamish.com.
That's pretty good. Yeah. And it works. I've tried it myself. It really does save you 15%.
I thought you were going to say you've really actually used Honest Amish products. And
I have.
It really works.
Yeah. It works good. It makes your beard grow and everything.
I should look into this. I should get some stuff.
You should. Do we have our guest? Okay, good. He is there. So we got one more before we
that rhymed.
Huh?
One more before. Well, that rhymes.
One more before we get to Justin. On September 10th, the Moonshine Classic will be in Nashville, Tennessee, and Scott Turner put up the pre-sale for the event t-shirt. There'll be a couple at the event, but this thing is super cool. Like, it's really colorful. It's got the amazing logo on the front, probably one of the best logos you could probably ever put on anything ever. And pre-sale's on there, so go find the Moonshine Classic event page and smash that pre-link and order that shirt. Smash it.
Hello, Francesca. We love you too.
Francesca's here. Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of love going on in this room tonight.
All the loves.
So much loves. Hold on.
Okay,
now I am.
All right. So tonight from the Sacramento adjacent area, because I don't want to assume he lives in Sacramento. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he lives outside of Sacramento, but we'll find out.
We're going to find out.
Coming up Saturday, August 13th at the California Automobile Museum. That's right. This is in a car museum. No. That doesn't get any better. So let's just talk to Mr. Justin Vorhauer. What's going on, sir?
Hey, how's it going tonight? Just here to let people know the deal on our show. It's coming up real quick. It's our 10th anniversary, and like you said, it is at the California Automobile Museum. Now, I'll give credit to Utah for being the best venue in bearding, but we're a second close. The automobiles, if you're into cars, you could spend the $20 just to get into that museum and have yourself a good time. You throw a bunch of alcohol and a couple hundred beardos on top of it, and you got yourself a heck of a party. It's our 4th or 5th year at the Automobile Museum this year, and we've done train museums, we've done all kinds of stuff, and I'm just trying to get the word out a little bit. World's waking up a little bit after COVID. We're starting to, trying to fill some halls again, and just wanted to let people know what we're about and just kind of chat it up a little bit tonight.
So back way up. So what did you do? You and your club, what were y'all doing during COVID? Did the club kind of stay together? What did y'all do? Did you do Zooms, or did y'all just take a break from each other?
It actually, interestingly, it timed up with the birth of my son. I've been leading the club for a long time, and I just conveniently took a year and a half off during COVID to help my son get raised. So Lewis had to take on the brunt of the hard work, and now that it's a little easier, I'm stepping back in. But yeah, we did a lot of Zoom stuff. We did some virtual fundraisers for our charity. We've been teamed up with PAWS, Pet Adoption and Wellness Services, for 8 or 9 years now. So we've been doing some virtual stuff, and really last year we got back in there. We did our ninth competition at a brewery, kind of getting back on the thing. But we're really hoping that it's our big 10th anniversary show. We wanted to go all out, like you said. It's in the Automobile Museum. We can fit up to 500 people in there. And so we're just kind of, like I said, everybody's coming back, trying to get a handle on, how big it's going to be and how do we get people back into the hobby. And I just really wanted to throw that nostalgia bomb out for this one. This year, it's been real interesting trying to get people back into it and figuring out who's comfortable with what and everything. And it's slowly coming back to life, but I'm sure you guys have seen on the East Coast that it's a little slower coming back up than what we might like.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that a lot of the competitions have been smaller than previous, but I mean, we're, like you said, we're getting the swing of things back going, and hopefully, you having such a cool venue that it'll entice people to come back to your event. But this is, like you said, this is not the first time that you've done the Automobile Museum. You've done it in the past.
Yeah, so we've actually gone through our history. Our trophies this year are actually going to thematically go through our history. Our first couple comps were at a bar, like most places. So our third place trophies are going to be bar themed. Then we did a few years at the Train Museum, so our second place trophy is going to be train, and then the Automobile Museum will be car themed trophies for our first place this year. As we get in there, but yeah, this Auto Museum, it's great. It's privately owned, so you don't have like a lot of the issues of having a state-run museum. The liquor license is there. We're going to be there. The party can go on from 5 to midnight. Hopefully we're not on stage that long because, nobody except for real hardcore beardos wants to stare at a stage for 5 hours. But we like to keep the show running tight, 30 minutes or so. It's just a great thing. And our charity's been hit really hard by the shutdown. Okay. So that's one of the things is if you look at our ticket page, if you can't make it, you want to support the cause, there's a donation button on there for PAWS on our ticket links. They are a very small charity. And one of the great things about that is that, you get a few $1,000 and it makes a big difference for that organization as opposed to some of the larger ones out there. We can do a lot of good for a lot of animals. And we've been working with them for a very long time. They're just great. Everything goes straight to the charity. They have very low overhead in that organization. So how did y'all
originally get hooked up with working with PAWS?
So interestingly enough, back when we were with the Train Museum, we were going to put our donation towards the private train. There's a charity attached to the Train Museum that was a separate organization, but it was a upkeep charity. And after we had made the agreement with it, they tried to change the deal and get a higher percentage and some other things, like for basically, shooting down several $1,000s worth of free money. And they kind of tried to twist the knife on us. And it was about a week before our show. I threw out the line into Facebook, and one of my friends who had done some work with PAWS threw them out there, and they were more than happy to jump on and hook us up as the 501 to get the liquor license and everything and we've just been partners ever since, going on 8 years now. So,
how does one decide that a automobile museum is the place to have a beard competition? How do you find that? How do you be like, all right, this is awesome, this is the great place to do it?
So that was the great venue hunt goes back to year 3. We'd outgrown bars. Like, everybody remembers them romantically, but it's a lot of people sweating all over each other when you have a big competition in a bar.
Yeah.
So we needed a bigger venue, and we were attracting 200 competitors, 300 spectators to an event. So we needed the floor space, and then in addition, one of our president, Lewis, has got a lot of contacts in the brewing industry. So we had every brewery in the area willing to give us free beer. Once we were able to sell our own liquor, we were able to make our donations to the charity go up exponentially.
Oh, yeah.
Back when we were selling out venues. So that was really the goal, was to get out of giving someone else that beer money and finding a way to get that working towards the club and working towards the charity. And we were able to up our donations by 2 to 3 times what we were able to do when we were working where someone else was getting that beer money. And that was really the impetus to get us into there. The Trade Museum was a state-run organization, so there were a lot more rules. So we did that for about 3 years, and we got kind of tight for our britches there. And then one of us found the Automobile Museum, and it works out very well. There's more room. There's 200 seats. There's no standing room only. Everybody can sit down and actually watch the show.
That's cool.
Which is, if you've been to enough comps, sometimes you kill for a chair. So, and it's just the sound system's great. It's nice to run out. You can wander around, check out the museum. It's worked out for everybody. It's spacious, and like I said, once you can sell your own beer, your donations to the charity just go way up. And that was kind of our push to get that done.
Yeah, that's a really good strategy that, other beard clubs that are throwing these events could maybe look into. Cause if definitely our crowd drinks a lot of alcohol and beer and stuff at these events. And, why not be able to have like the club or something, even if you're getting the alcohol donated and you can still sell it yourself and you're not having to give the bar that cut, and have a venue that's like, you're just basically getting the space.
Yeah,
it's win-win.
And another thing is for our competitors and our spectators, because we get the alcohol donated, you're not paying $8 a drink.
Yeah.
Like we can charge $5 a drink ticket, and because it's all donated, we're still making a ton for our charity, and we're not breaking the wallet of every single guy who comes to the door, because you buy your $20 ticket and then your tab's $80-$90 too on top of that. We really want to make it a great value for everybody, for our spectators, for our competitors. I'm a very serious competitor, so I like to balance the charity and the competition aspect. I want it to be a place where, we are coming for a good time and for charity, but it's also a place where you are going to get respect from your judging panel. You're going to get your chance on stage. I've been in charge of the judging selection for years and years and years on our comp. I do a training mission to tell our judges what we as a club want from our winners, so everybody's kind of on the same page going in. And it's just we've taken it very seriously. The MBSC has been around for a long time, and I think we have kind of an obligation to the community to continue to set an example on what can be done with the beard club. And I'd like to get back to that size where we're selling out 500. I don't expect it to happen this year because, like I said, we're getting back to our feet. But I want to show people what's possible out there, and just give people some different ideas, like with getting the private venue and getting that out there, and kind of really help out. Getting the community back on track.
Yeah, that's the most important thing right now, and I really appreciate that's one of your goals and mission is to get the community back on track, because these events are like we've already said, they're definitely way smaller than they were, and the people still exist. The charities are still here. It's all still the same. People can come back now. Like, we can do our best not to get each other sick, but it's. Still come do beard stuff. It's still fun.
I was almost in tears at Utah a few weeks back, just seeing everybody out there having a good time, coming back to it and being at that venue. It was just a wake up. And like, honestly, you get tired, and with inflation and everything like that, it's harder to travel the country, but just being back out there with all those people that you literally love, it was just one of those things like, I want to get this done again. And I'd like to once again make us a destination. We've carried the West Coast for a long time. Sorry, LA.
I think Nate's going to punch you. Watch out.
Yeah, I heard Nate is actually going to come punch you in the face.
Johnson and I go back a long way. But no, it's just we like I said, we've been there as long as almost everybody except for Texas, and I want to get back to that position of setting an example and showing everybody. Our trophies are out of control this year. We have a tradition of just really neat. You can kill somebody with them, and you can't get them on an airplane. So if you win something, have plans to get them home.
Heck yeah.
And I'm really proud of it. I always put together a very good judging panel. Is that a good time to talk about
there
that?
It is. Look at
you
that.
You led right into it perfectly.
Speaking of judges panels, do you have some judges for this event?
Yeah. So for our 10th anniversary, what I did was I put an invite to all of our previous 9 Best in Show winners to see who would be interested in coming back.
That's
Being
a
our
really
judging
cool
panel this
idea.
event.
That's a really
Previous
good
to
idea.
that, I used to do, we used to have a judging, just somebody I respected from partial beard, whiskerina, full beard. It didn't work out this way because judging, the best in shows who are they are. But previous, we've always had a panel of 5 from each of the 5 types of big categories. So I was an expert. We've got, not to self promote, but I won Best in Show before I was really a member of the MBSC in our first year. So I'll be up there. Richard Rios will be our mustache expert. He won last year. Matt Gatica from LA. I'll be there. Brandon Reeder's going to be up there. Trevor, big old Garibaldi Trevor's going to be up there. And we've had a couple that, because of COVID and other health risks, aren't going to get there. Unfortunately, Arnie's not going to be able to make it this year, and then Creta Beard are both previous Best in Show winners, and they're not going to be able to make it up. But we have most of them. We have a couple surprises that I'm not quite ready to, I should say. I need to get confirmation. We got 2 more surprise judges that we're hoping to let out there. But everybody we have on stage has previously won a Best in Show there. So you're going to have experts, people who know what it takes to go up there and win. Because like I said, it's all for charity until, you spend $1,000 on a trip to get out here, and you want to be judged fairly for that. And I really believe the quality of the judges makes a competition. And I want to give everybody a great chance to win. If you come out there and you do your stuff and it's a popularity contest versus what you're showing the judges, that doesn't serve anybody. And I'm really, and it's, judge the beard in front of you. That's a big thing.
Absolutely.
That I teach.
That
like,
is what you're
leave any feelings you have at the door. Leave whatever. Like I get people that I trust, because you're not going to like everybody in the community. No. But I get people that I trust to drop that and give the score for what's in front of them. And I believe very heartily in that.
And it doesn't matter, like you said, it doesn't matter if you have animosity with someone in the community or someone it doesn't matter. You're there to judge and be a professional judge. Yeah. And if you can't be a professional judge, then you should say no to judging.
Yeah, if you win at the MBSC, you're going to feel like you earned it. That's
nice.
Really what I want to promise my competitors.
Yeah, I really like the way, because sometimes it does feel like you say popularity contests where you're going to some of these beard competitions and it's just you see who's there and it's just all right, well, and then you see the judges, everyone's all fun and having fun, drinking, they're friends and but I love the way that you've set yours up. So it actually has some clout to it. And, it's got some meaning, this is exactly why you do it. You're supposed to be judged for your beard. Yeah. It shouldn't be about the personalities.
And when I talk about, for example, our Best in Show, when I talk about judge training, I try to shy away from, Best in Show's freestyle. I get real tired of that. Not that I don't love freestyling. I do it myself. But what I tell my judges is, I don't care if it's a natural mustache. The Best in Show that I want is, if you're writing a dictionary definition of that category, whose picture are you going to put there? So it could be a guy who spent 5 minutes getting ready because he's just got a Sam Elliott natural stash in there. But I really want that Best in Show to be who best exemplifies the category, not necessarily who put the most work into the show, because it's not their fault they have an easier to prep for category. And a lot of times I feel that those other categories get kind of left out of the Best in Show conversation because there's not enough work intrinsic with it. But, what I tell my judges is, really, what are they going for and how well did they nail it? And it doesn't matter what the category. That's universally what I want my judges to look for. It's what are they trying to pull off? Is symmetry really important to their look? And did they get it with 0 flyaways? Or, are they going for that mountain man crazy look? What are they going for? And how close to that did they nail it? And I want the scores to reflect that and have some variety. And I believe that. I believe out of 9 shows, we've had 7 different categories represented in Best in Show. So I really feel good about that.
That makes me feel really good about, this event and your passion, obviously, behind the proper judging and stuff like that. It makes me feel really good about the quality of this event, and everyone should look forward to the quality of this event just from what you've said about it, that it's not going to be a popularity contest or who's not mad at who or whose buddies who. It's judging the facial hair, and that's what it should be all about.
Yeah, and then we have a good time, but also, people are there to win. I'm a very serious competitor. I know a lot of other guys out there are there to do it. Speaking of the Honest Amish, I was listening to, they're doing a sponsorship directly to our charity. They're putting in a donation this year, so I want to thank them for that. And our president put in I want to say $5 discount over the next 24 hours for tickets with code word Amish or Honest. So if you want $5 off your ticket, you've been slacking off, do that. I just found out about that this morning, so I also would give them to you guys ahead of time.
Well, that's pretty cool. So if you go to the event page for your competition, there is a ticket link on there, and it takes you to an Eventbrite. So in that Eventbrite, you're saying if you, in the promo code part, you put honest, you'll get $5 off.
Yep, that's according to my president. Unless he screwed up getting that up, that's what I heard as of this morning. So
when's the Eventbrite link go away?
Let me see if I can look that up for you real quick.
All right, so here's the Eventbrite page right here.
Buy a ticket, Scott.
Good through Wednesday, he says.
Good through Wednesday.
Wow.
So we get tomorrow or the following?
Yep. So if you guys are just because everybody waits, we scream at you guys never to wait till the last minute, but it's how we all do it. You know,
we
last 72
all
hours,
wait till the last minute.
You get 70% of your tickets in the last 3 days. You think you're going to have an empty hallway, and then all of a sudden 100 tickets come through. But if you guys are waiting, save yourself a beer and get the ticket that way. And we got Lewis is the general manager at Monk's Cellars, so we're going to have some local brews on tap there. Sierra Nevada is going to be one of our sponsors. I forget who the third one is because I just found out yesterday. I should probably be up on that. But we have 3 different breweries representing there. Just going to be a good time. And the Auto Museum, the docents are real nice. It's just a pleasant time. And like I said, spaciousness is and we have a top-notch green room, 7 mirrors, full. We have all the touch-up you need. We have got to be glued by the case. We have 5 or 6 hair dryers, brushes. All that stuff's provided in the green room. Cases of water in there for the competitors, things like that. Wow. We really want people to feel welcome when they come here. It's air conditioned. I know we've all been in green rooms that melt your beard rather than actually help you get it done.
I feel welcome. I'm not even there yet.
I know that's what I'm like. Dude, this already sounds like one of the most well-oiled machines yet. Like for a competition, you thought of literally thinking of everything, but it's not like this is your first one. So this is just accumulation of knowledge.
I've been doing this a long time, and honestly, what got me really thinking about a good show was 2013. I went out to South Carolina, and the Charleston show was so well run back after the Paul Roof days, and I just picked up a lot about how to run a competition from that trip, and kind of took it home with me. And
he definitely knew what he was doing.
Yeah, sure. And that was just kind of a wake up call to like this thing can be more organized than a bunch of guys shouting at a bar, and it's. It pays off. The extra organization pays off. People get a good vibe from our show. I very rarely get any negative criticism unless somebody loses. No, it's been a really great thing, and I'm really glad to be stepping back up. My kid's getting he's almost 2 now, so I can start being a little more free to get back involved with the community. And like I said I love it, and I'm just excited to be back.
Go ahead.
No, let's talk a little bit about some of the categories. Do you guys have just basically the standard categories? I mean, you obviously
we've really fine-tuned them over the years. So for partial, we used to have goatee be its own thing and all that, but it's just you get can I style my mustache with my goatee? Can I do this and that? So we've broken it down to kind of 3 categories for each of the natural facial hair things. We have the various lengths. So partial is set into partial natural, partial groomed, and partial freestyle. So if you want to do like a nice, neat thing with a mustache or whatever, you do partial groomed. If you're going natural, and then freestyles, obviously, if you're Brooks or Cardi or somebody like that. And then we've broken it up that way. And I just find that's more fair than necessarily, I think it's more fair to do a pair of mutton chops on a goatee that are natural than it is to do a goatee or a goatee or a whaler that has with the style. I just like the idea of having the visuals kind of being the competitive edge there, whether it's groomed or natural or freestyle. And it's not necessarily what facial hair you have; it's what you're doing with it that I'm interested in there. We almost had to consolidate the craft beard categories, but I got a bit of a ride on the group me, but luckily that's for the ticket sales, so we should have creative and realistic going on for that. And honestly, one of the hardest ones lately has been the styled natural mustache. It's a beard world right now. It used to be a lot of the mustache kings have started growing in beards and everything. And I remember one year, I think it was our fourth, we had 21 styled mustaches, and now you're lucky to get 5.
Yeah, there's no mustaches anymore. Like you said, most all mustache people grew their beard in.
Everybody's afraid of Cole and Richard.
So I see.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, the categories for the beard. We for the lengths, we don't really do the 1 to 4 and everything like that, because Verity kind of covers 1 to 4, Garibaldi covers 1 to 8, so we just kind of keep those categories in there. Our Garibaldi is a super fierce competition every year. It's a very popular one that does well, and Trevor's judging this year, so don't be afraid of it.
Question. Yeah. With your Garibaldi, are we allowed to tuck or no tucking?
As long as you are not using any styling products, you can brush it in. I'm the pre-judge, and I have a tape, and it's lip to tip 8 inches. If there's no product in it and you come in under 8, then you're good to go.
Yeah, that tends to be a controversy at some competitions. Like...
It was the Verity that people were.
The Verity, you can tuck with Verity. We've had some very successful people who do heavy tucks because of the category, and I just took the category description from Worlds or something like that. There's nothing against it. You can use the styling aids. So we've had people like take beards that are 8-9 inches and do this super fluff to where it's out a foot, but it's 4 inches long. But you're taking a risk with that because some judges aren't going to Verity's a clean category. And if they don't it doesn't matter how full and impressive it is. If you're not rocking that Verity vibe, then you might not necessarily get the score. So there's a risk involved with it. But if you come in under 4 on Verity, and I've had guys come in at 4.5, and I sent them to the green room. I said, go back there, tuck it, and come back out. You got an hour till I close pre-judging. And I'll put you in full beard style mustache if you can't get it under 4. Verity, as long as there's Verity Garibaldi, as long as there's no product, I don't have a problem with you doing a little brushing and everything to get it under. But it needs to be, like I said, when I put that tape on you, it's got to be there, and I will. I won't let a 12.5 into under a foot. I won't do it. So make sure your business is tight if you're gonna go. And I'm
assuming with the mustache categories, you need to have just a mustache.
So our mustache is defined as anything within a half inch of the edge of your mouth crack. So any hairs can only go out about a half inch over. So if you want to work the little corner hairs into your mustache, but you can't just grow a mustache over your beard and then drape it in there, Sean. Sorry, he's in my club. I can take a shot at him.
Yeah, you're fine.
But yes, and so we have that. And we used to have, back when we had, partial beard and goatee, we'd have a big thing over what makes a goatee versus a partial, because you'd have guys doing the Cardi thing and dropping an inch off their sideburns and being like, I have a goatee, and there's a guy's just growing his chin hair. And how do you judge those guys together? So we've thrown everything kind of in the same category to avoid those.
With that being said, how do you judge a goatee, a chops, and a whaler together? Because those are 3 entirely different.
And that's where it's symmetrical, and that's where that idea of what are they going for and how close did they get it, and just which of these guys is presenting the most total package is what I want my judges looking at here. Because honestly, that's a danger. It's a kid-friendly event, but it's also beard-friendly. You may see some packages. Who knows?
Yeah, that's you literally just asked for it.
Speaking of packages, if you are coming to our competition, we have a tradition at the MBSC that no one else in the bearding world does. Landon Gillespie and Steve Scarpa's patented Speedo competition, the afternoon of the competition at the Holiday Inn pool. We're on about year 7 of that, where we have a lot of our competitors come out to the hotel pool and scare everybody in the building with a Speedo comp. So if you are interested in getting half naked and winning some vintage porn, then come on out to that. Scott
is on board. He's on the way.
No, we've the Speedo comp's one of those things that we've just thrown in as an extra little, just a piece of the weekend. We've always tried to do the resort feel at the MBSC. We want you to park once and not have to get up again. So you park at the hotel. The venue's less than a mile, so if you want to Uber in or whatever, it's a cheap ride. We really want you. We want the weekend to be done, because I've been to too many comps where I'm 20 minutes away from the venue. And when we were doing the auto movie or the train museum, it used to be a walk across the parking lot, but now we're less than a mile. It's like a $5 Uber or whatever. We want everybody to just be, you're there. and you're with your friends and you don't have to worry about when you're going to drive or any of that. People can just cut loose for the weekend. We got the pre-party on Friday night at the River City Saloon. We have the Speedo comp on Saturday afternoon. We got the hangover brunch afterward. So it's a full weekend of events.
Absolutely.
Thursday night pre-party. I have a pool party and barbecue in my backyard. So if you're in town early, give me a call and hit me up on the group meet.
Pre-party at Justin's house.
Yeah. Nice. It's a Thursday night, so we got to get out of the pool by 10 so we don't piss off the neighbors. But 5 to 10, we just kind of have people over. And it's kind of an intimate way because a lot of times competition, you don't really get to talk to people because you're just blowing through people in the middle. So I started doing the judges party last year, and it just went over really well to just have a place for a few hours to before it got crazy to kind of touch base. And especially from out-of-towners who may come in early because the flights are cheaper on Thursday. So that's something I like to offer for our guests too.
Man, you are really extremely well thought and planned out with this event. With everything. This is, I really like everything you've said and shared with us about the competition. Like, it's very enticing and exciting. And as we've been having in the chat room, there's just been a lot of bantering going on. And there's been a few people in here that we have one person that did their first competition in St. Louis last week.
Yeah.
And Francesca's naked.
Yeah, and Francesca's naked right now.
She's I know adorable dogs.
She's going to come to the event and hopefully meet some bearded people. She said she's only 20 minutes away, so
yeah, please
no reason why she shouldn't. But then we've also had
use the discount code.
Yeah,
do it now. Honest.
Yeah. But yeah, and we've had a couple other people in here who have yet to compete, but sound like as you're talking and they're listening, and they obviously with their comments they're making, they sound very interested to, get to a competition and check out what the whole scene is and meet new people and stuff like that. And I mean, what a great event for someone who's never competed before to go to and experience, because it's just, it sounds like a super high caliber level. And it's just probably really, I mean, the venue itself is a high caliber place, because I'm sure there's really expensive cars. It's a nice.
If you're a car person, it's just a lovely place to hang out in general.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
But yeah, I mean, and that's why an event like this is exciting, because it's the whole package. It's a great venue. It's a great event. If this is your first time, this is an event you definitely want to experience.
Yeah, we've just been doing it, and I try to, with our categories, I really try to have enough to where everybody has a place to be where they're going to feel competitive, but not so many that you're just, you're sitting on one or two competitors per category. And that's always the sweet spot is getting the right amount of categories. I don't want anybody winning because they showed up. But I also, I want every category to feel like there's a battle and there's something going on. It doesn't always happen, like some of the smaller categories, and also I don't want to waste my trophy makers' time because we do a lot of work into our trophy pieces. So
yeah, your trophies always look super good. Speaking of your trophies, do you have any readily available by chance?
He doesn't want to show. It's a big secret. Come on.
I think Blaine might kill me if I showed them before they're quite done. Second place is done, and we're actually.
He said it was fine.
He just texted Aaron.
Right. He
just will pick them up as soon as we're done here, and we're going to start welding first place tonight. So,
well, everybody should very much be looking forward to your trophies. I'm sure they're amazing. So you're gonna show us second place. You said.
I can do a preview of second place if you guys got about 2 minutes for me to go grab one.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. So Aaron, you're going to this. You and Natalie are going to this event. You said.
Yeah, we'll be there. So we're gonna
meet Francesca then in real life.
Come on, Francesca, just show up. I mean, you got to put clothes on.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's days away. It's not this upcoming weekend, but it's next weekend, and we'll be around. So we're gonna stay in Napa Valley with the Abrahams, and I think it'll be fun. I guess I gotta get a Speedo and go hang out at the pool or something.
Why don't you have an Honest Amish Speedo yet? What is wrong with you?
I should get an Honest Amish Speedo made and give it to Josh Barefoot Brains. That's a great idea.
Maybe I should look on Teespring and see if we can make Speedos. They might have.
You should do that. Oh my god!
We can get some Honest Amish Speedos made, and then for anyone that wears a Speedo to a competition, we can, if they wear one, then you can give them a nice new Honest Amish one. So now you can take over the world in the Speedo
All right, here we go.
Here's our frame for our second period. There's a lot of accents coming. This is all, I'll get it right. So it's all the railroad spikes, nice and rusty, so you get yourself some tetanus.
Nice. I love tetanus this time of year.
Amanda's currently working on some of the accents for the front because I don't want to give away everything. But,
right, no, you're good.
Frame. These railroad spikes are always fun. We've done a lot of those. It's always fun getting a bunch of clubbies to go out to a rail yard at 11 o'clock at night and steal a bunch of railroad spikes. And we actually got harassed by the cops a couple of times. We like to keep it real with the MBSC. So
how'd the cop run in go?
Yeah, rusted metal, like just something like elegant, but also really primitive is what we're going for here. With the 10th anniversary, the X was really the theme we wanted to go with this year because it was there. And it's just, we always do, we put a lot of effort in there. We want you to know that it took some hours to get it together, and it's something that you've earned and you're not going to see anywhere else. I really like the idea that the MBSC always provides something that you're not going to see or get something that you're not going to get elsewhere. I've always tried to keep the club as independent as possible, just to kind of stand out from the crowd a little bit. And that's, I think we take a lot of pride in that.
So most importantly, the question that everybody has really been wanting to know, especially Scott.
Yeah. Where are the donuts at? Are there any donut places around where everyone's going to be at? Because Aaron needs his donuts when he goes to these concerts.
Scott always brings up donuts. It's not me.
I forget the name of it, but there's actually a real good donut and ice cream place right in Old Sac, which is right across the street from the Host Hotel. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Old Sacremento, but this is where we really hang out all weekend. It's this perfectly preserved little, turn of the previous century town. There's cobblestone streets and everything's on wooden boardwalks, and that's just kind of the vibe. There's underground tours if you're interested in that. The donut, Amanda's telling us there's the mini donut shop that's there that does pretty well. Everything down there is just it feels like an old West town in Old Sac, so it's a lot of fun to go down there and just kind of tear it up. There's Evangeline's. If you don't know what you want to wear for the comp, we have a 5-story costume shop that's literally old town right across the street from the hotel. So if you want to fancy up your rig beforehand, we got Evangeline's going on. There's just kind of everything going on, and like I said, we really want it to be a weekend experience. It's not just a beard comp you're coming to party with us for a full 72 hours. If you're not crying when you leave when you're leaving the brunch, then there's an issue. Like, I want people.
Why would you cry?
Because you're sad to be leaving us.
Oh, okay.
I want those post-comp blues to kick you in the face before you get on the plane.
There you go. Justin.
I thought it was because Aaron punched him in the nuts.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say it was Justin, but yeah, you beat me.
You're the nut puncher guy, not as far as I know. I don't know what Justin does on his free time, but
I mean, he might be.
For a fact you do.
I mean, gotta get there with the old school Jeffrey Mustache roundhouses. Those were a work of art.
Jeffrey Mustache would kick people in the wiener.
Yeah, that guy was he was a consummate professional, and then would just do a roundhouse kick every once in a while and put somebody on their back for no reason.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start roundhouse kicking.
You call it the Jeffrey Mustache.
Yeah, that's what everybody calls it.
But yeah, it's just I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be for numbers, and everybody who shows up, we're gonna show you a good time.
Heck
and
yeah.
Please, if you're in the area, convince people to come just to spectate, see what it's at. I mean. It's a better way to spend an evening than most. You're helping the charity, and it's it's always as you guys know, there's nothing like it in the world as far as this is just a weird way to spend a night. So that's what we're hoping people do.
Ellie's portraits. What's that?
Oh, Ellie she's our comp photographer the last few years. Ever since Jeffrey bailed out east on us, we've stepped up with her. She does fantastic portraits and candids, and is just like one of the most lovely, positive humans I've ever met in my life. So. If you need a little pick-me-up, just go hang out with the photographer for 3 minutes. She will make you feel like $1 million. We have she'll post the links right afterward. Our things are good. You have all these beautiful cars to do your portrait backgrounds in, and yeah, we have that. Unfortunately, our tintype guy who we've had for the last few years had to bail this year because he's going to be on vacation that week. But normally we have professional tintypes at our competition as well. But Dan had to call me and let me know that he was on a previous vacation, unfortunately. So won't have that this year.
So one more thing, you have on the event page, and you kind of touched on it, is doors at 5, or does the competition start at 5?
No, we will get you on pre-judging's 5 to 6.
Okay.
Beer stales start at 6, and then we'll get people on stage around 7. If you have kids, we've done in previous years a little kids parade up front. So if there are enough, we'll do that. We're going to kind of play that one by ear. We don't really do a kids competition because I don't think that's in the spirit of what we do, but we always do a parade on stage to kind of get the show started if there's enough kids doing it.
Nice.
And then by 7:15, we should be rolling. My goal is always have the show wrapped by about 10:30, and then 11. By 11, we start asking people if they want to go because we got to have the venue cleared by about midnight. But gives people a lot of time. 3-4 hours solid bar fight. We're going to have a couple food trucks out there, so food will not be an issue. We got 3 great breweries, so it should just be a pleasant thing. And like I said, we keep our drink prices reasonable. I don't know if we've agreed to a ticket price yet, but it'll be less than what you're paying a bar per drink for sure.
Well, and your time frame is beautiful. Like it's, everyone goes to those competitions that start in the afternoon and go till late in the evening. Like your event time frame is beautiful. It's just like, it's just the right amount of time for.
I think people forget that a lot of the people at beard shows are not beardos, and they don't necessarily want to be there for 7 hours.
Yeah.
And I think that for the average spectator, if we're going to get them to start coming to these as a means of entertainment, we've got to have respect for their time.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So I really think that's important. I mean, we're all going to go to the hotel and hang out all night anyway, so it's not like we're cutting any time off of our time together. But I think keeping a show to 5 hours from end to end is really it's kind of important to do, so you don't have people burn out and just they're so exhausted they don't want to come back the next year. And I think that's the goal of ours.
Well, I think that you have a extremely solid game plan, and I look forward to seeing it all play out.
Yep, we will see everybody in 2 weeks. Please grab your tickets, and like I said, if you're just feeling what I'm saying, you can't get out there, and you want to throw $5 at our charity, please click that donate button. They could really use it. And we'll see everybody on the 12th at the pre-party, hopefully.
That's it, man.
And if you guys are coming into town early, let me know, and you can come on over Thursday.
We'll be around.
All right.
All right, Justin. Yeah, thank you very much, and best of luck with everything. And hopefully everything goes smashingly, and it is your best event to date.
And if it's a train wreck, it's going to be a fun one, so don't miss it.
All right. Well, thank you, Justin.
Guys, have a good night.
Have a good night. Everybody check out the Northern California Mustache and Beard Competition Saturday, August 13th, 2022. Doors are at 5, and this is at the California Automobile Museum in Sacramento. My gosh.
And if you go...
He seemed a little prepared.
Yeah, and if you go to the Eventbrite page and you order your tickets up until Wednesday, use promo code HONEST, and you'll get $5 off your ticket, that's honestly the best.
Honestly,
you're being honest. Francesca's going to come, and you're going to meet her.
She's most likely going to have clothes on.
Most likely. But,
so I got some beard mail. You want to see it?
What?
Look at this. Talking beards, the mail. So this showed up on my doorstep literally 15 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
I went and got it. And I pre-opened the package this time.
Oh my.
So I didn't have to fumble around with it like I did last week. But I got this freaking giant package from DHL. And
what does DHL stand for, Aaron?
Delivering heavy letters.
Like the ones you'd see on the side of a building.
Yep. You ready for this?
Yeah.
There it is. Oh. Isn't that pretty cool?
The stinking patches.
Yeah, there it is, buddy. The stinking patches. I got a bunch of these things.
And he's going to be selling them for $85 each.
I'm going to be giving them away at beard competitions, but you got to come ask for one.
Wow.
That'll be the deal with these. It'll be like a Taxi Phil handshake, but not going to go on the website. I don't know if I'm even going to put them out on the table. I might put a couple out on the table, but come ask for these bad boys because they're super cool.
Yeah,
so there you go. Honest Amish patches. That's my mail. That was all I got. Wow. And I got this, but I haven't opened it yet. Still, I still haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to see if I have any mail on my desk.
What do you got on your desk? No mail.
I have a stack of postcards.
Oh my God. Why do you have a stack of postcards?
Because I like to send them back home.
Nice.
I like to send them to Paul at the restaurant, and he shares them with the employees, and
they miss you.
They do.
They're like, he was our best busboy ever.
I was thinking about this today. I'm like, you know what I miss? Like all the concoctions that we would make for events and stuff, which speaking of which, there's like 2 really awesome events that the restaurant's going to be doing here in the next few weeks, and I get to miss them, and that bums me out. But one thing that we should have tried was making smoked pizza rolls.
Missed opportunity.
Jeez.
Gosh.
So did you see the great news?
What is the great news?
About Talking Beards? We are lucky today. Can you believe that?
Read it to the class.
All right. Our team gives you a promo code for 10 viewers for the whole day. GVPHH6LLNNMRKLG. Come visit them. Get Viewers Pro, and they'll take you to the top of Olympus on Twitch. Can you believe this?
I can't believe it.
They're going to provide us with viewers and subscribers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and more. They're wishing us a good broadcast, Aaron.
Tired of advertising?
Yeah, we are.
Well, they're going to help. We're gonna have like 400,000 people watching next week. Just y'all watch.
What you watch?
Just you watch.
We had so many. It was one of those shows that like the viewership was a little lower tonight, but we have so many great viewers that watch the show that come back week after week after week, which I do love that because we have great friends out there. We have great supporters, and we love you guys very much. And we thank you all for checking out the show every week and coming back each week, so
Andrew, he's the only one that comes back every week.
I don't know. We've had a couple, like Francesca has been a regular.
Francesca doesn't even have clothes on, Scott.
I know. Sean Murphy's been becoming a regular.
No, Sean Murphy, butt naked right now.
Butt naked.
I don't know. What else we got? That was pretty much it. We were going to kind of touch on comps, but go to thebeercalendar.com. You can find your own competitions. What do you think about that, Scott Sikora?
Yeah, look, just go and just all you have to do is just scroll through it, and I mean July's done, so that one's gone.
I should the person that does that should probably delete all of that right after the show, probably.
Yeah, that's all right. But oops. We got August, so we have a couple things. Oh, we have something coming up in Chicago. Chicago. It's the Bearded Villains World Meetup.
I know. I'm super excited about it.
Oh, Arlington, Texas. The second annual Get Shamrock the Beard. Is that this weekend?
It is. It's this upcoming weekend.
Oh, wow. What's the story on that one?
I don't know.
You don't know?
TBD. Summer knows about it, and the address is on there, and there's a time, but that's about all I got.
Huh.
But hey, if you're scroll to December 3rd, hurry. Go faster. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. Oh, you passed it. There it is. Look at that. Keller, Texas. Not to be confused with some other town in Texas.
Like Helen?
Yeah. Helen Keller?
Helen, Texas.
Yeah, Helen. So this is the Beard Mob North Texas presents Harry Holidays. Oh my gosh. I'm sure we'll have Summer on the show probably like 2 weeks before that. So you can go ahead and just mark your calendars because that'll be a wild ride. And I bet our promo picture thing will probably look something like that.
That'll be great. And with Hollandaise on her.
But I'm Aaron D. Johnston. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I've got to go to bed because I've got to start driving 3,400 miles starting first thing in the morning.
You're going to drive 7,800 miles on this trip?
No, probably more.
Probably 8?
Probably 8,000.
Wow.
Maybe more. Well, I already hit my little thing, my little 0 on my trip A. So I will have Not next Tuesday. We'll we'll eventually have a post and we'll know how far it is because we're going to go from Spokane to Sacramento to LA, back to Sacramento to the house.
What's this? Great show, guys. Great show, guy.
Wow.
Oh, and Scoot.
And Scoot.
Thank you, Summer. I appreciate you. But I'm Scott Sikora. Thank you, everyone, for checking the show out. Don't forget to go over to talkingbeards.com. Find the show there. You can check out all our interview videos over on YouTube. Just go over to youtube.com/talkingbeards. All of our interviews are there. All of our live shows are over there. Lots of content. All of the shows on the network are posted up on YouTube as well. So if you want to watch any of this week's shows that are on the Talking Beards network, they're all up there. So.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code TalkingBeards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.